Namaskar. Welcome to Prakash on Basics. The second major concept introduced by the Upanishads is the Brahma. In Sanskrit, it comes from Bruha, the growing, the increasing, the expanding. The Brahmanda, the universe, is the creation of Brahma. This idea coincides with the present day concept of the Big Bang that we know of. But the original idea, as you would realize, has been proposed by our sages about 4,000 years ago. Now, the Big Bang is due to quantum fluctuations and is a physical entity. But the Brahma is a conscious, supreme entity. Then, naturally, everything, including us, is a part of Brahma because we all come from the same Big Bang that is talked of. And isn't that exactly what the Mahavakyas have also mentioned, as I told you a few days ago? The Upanishads explain Brahma using different words. It is the supreme consciousness. Everything with awareness is a part of Brahma. Brahma is nirvikalpa. It has no alternative. It is a ekameva dvitiya, the only one. There is no second. It is anadi. There is nothing. There was nothing before it. And how and why it originated is something that we don't know of. It is Ananta. It has no ending. But the Upanishads call it Anirvachaniya. It is something that cannot be explained in words because it is often far beyond our comprehension. Are they implying higher dimensions? I don't know. Then how do we understand it? How do we explain it? So there needs to be a simplification. And that is what the Upanishads have done. The Brahma, as we know, has been split into two parts or two different forms. The Saguna Brahma, the one with attributes, something that we can understand. This is the lower level, a level that can be understood by our senses, mind, and intellect. The second, the Nirguna Brahma, is the one beyond all attributes. And then that is the ultimate form of Brahma. The first one, the Saguna Brahma, is much higher than generally the gods that we often talk of. Higher, but still within the grasp of our comprehension. It's known as Vaishwanar. Vaishwanar is all inclusive. You, me, and everything else that is around. This Saguna Brahma also has other names. It's also referred to as the Hiranyagarbha, the Virat, or the Ishwar. These are all the Saguna or the forms of Brahma. Even this Vaishwanar has three parts or types or sections, as you might call them. The first is Bhokta, the one who experiences and benefits from this world. The Jiva that I mentioned last time when I talked of the Atma and Jiva. The part that I referred to as the support of Atma, that is the Vaishwanar that we are first talking of. The rest of the material of this world, of this universe, that we all benefit from is known as the Bhogya. And that is the second part of Vaishwanar, the physical aspect. And the third is known as the Prerak Brahma, the active force behind everything that exists. Collectively, then, the three of them have some great characteristics together. Whether I call it he or she or it doesn't really matter. So he is Sarvadnya, all knowing. He is Sarva Sashaka, that means controller of everything. He has infinite beneficial qualities. He is Sakar, having a form that we can understand, or Nirakar, the one beyond form or shape. He is known as the Paramatma. The Param Atma means the greatest of the Atmas. He is also called Bhakta Vatsala, the one who loves and cares for his devotees. This obviously also implies that he is separate from the Bhakta. So the Bhakta and the Brahma are here separate. And this is the Dvait or the dualistic philosophy that was developed by the Upanishads. This Saguna form of Brahma is with duties and responsibilities towards the whole world. The creation, sustenance, and termination of the universe is his job. He witnesses and records everything. He keeps track of your good and bad deeds. He then accordingly grants you your wishes, removes your sorrows, grants you heaven, and so forth. And remember, as in Gita, paritranaya sadhunam vinashayascha dushkrutam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. To protect the good, to destroy the evil, in every age I shall take avatar. That's what Krishna told Arjuna. This obviously indicates that Brahma in this form is in active participation and control, and its job is to establish law and order in this universe. This is the form that we can all relate to and understand. It is the form of the gods that we know of. Even Arjun requests Sri Krishna, please show me your Virat form, the cosmic manifestation. And I'm sure all of us have seen that picture from Gita or from calendars or from other places. The huge colossus with thousands of heads and arms, each with weapons, benevolent and awe inspiring. But humans are not the only ones around. Would the manifestation be the same for an ant or a bacteria? I don't think so. For a fish, would the fish see a human out of water? A human form as its god? No. An eagle? No, because that's a bird, not a fish. So an eagle must see its Virat Roop in the form of an eagle which is much bigger with many heads and many claws and many talents. And what about the snakes? Would they see their Virat form as a mongoose? Not likely, because he's supposed to be benevolent, not a destroyer of everything that the snakes represent. So the Virat form is the same, similar, but 1,000 times bigger, and so still easy to relate to and understand. The next higher step, obviously, was the Nirguna Brahma. But you can't start with the Nirgun Brahma directly. Nirgun is the formless. So, what will you think of? What will you concentrate on? What will you visualize when you want to pray or think of him or her or it? So, a support is necessary, and it is called as Alamban. It's the idol that we look at, the name that we repeat in rosaries, the picture that we concentrate on, the statue that we look at, something to focus on, something to relate to. And then for this reverence, this path of reverence that most of us usually follow right from our birth is also in steps. First, the parents, then the master or the guru, then our preferred deity from the family or from the surroundings, and then to the Saguna Brahma that I have been just talking of. And the final step, the Nirguna Brahma. All great sages and saints realized this too. For the masses to follow, it was always the Saguna Brahma. This was an unavoidable step before the ultimate. All the literary work of Indian saints is full of praise of this Saguna manifestation. The sages, the rishis, the saints had many of them realized the Nirgun Brahma, but still praised the Saguna Brahma. Maybe as Ramakrishna or Vitthal or Ganesh or Shiva or Durga, different forms, all Saguna in nature. And the praises, including Shankaracharya, who was one an Advaitin, is for many a times this Saguna form. And Ramakrishna, the guru of Vivekananda, had seen the Lord in the form of a different set from each of the religions. That definitely is the Saguna form. So we come to the last step, the supreme consciousness without attributes, the Nirguna Brahma. Understanding this Brahma is the major objective of the Upanishads. And as I told you, it is a part of the Mahavakyas that we talked of. Prajnanam Brahma, Aham Brahmasmi, Tattvamasi, Ayam Atma Brahma, Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma. And then there are other sentences in Upanishads also. The Chandogya Upanishads talks of Evam Ekam Advitiyam Brahma. Brahma is unique without a second. Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. All totality is the Brahma. And then in his book, the Brahmadhyana Valli, Shankaracharya has commented on a sentence that many of us know of. Brahma Satyam Jagat Mithya. Brahma is the only truth, the absolute truth. The world, everything around us, the material world is false, futile, Maya, let us say. Upanishads can't give you the location of Brahma. Left, right, up, temples, Himalaya. No, that's not possible. Upanishads remove your blindfold of ignorance and help you to see the truth. But the final realization depends upon your own ability. The final realization, the final step is self realization. So, what do the Upanishads tell us? to get this last step. They remind us again that even the Nirguna Brahma is Anadi. There was nothing before it. It is Ananta. It is unending. It is Gunatita. It has no gunas. It is beyond gunas or beyond attributes. It is Akriya, non-interacting. The previous form, the Saguna Brahma, as I told you, was Sakriya, that is active, actively interacting with the humans and the world. Nirguna Brahma is Akriya. It does not relate to the grief and sorrow of an individual, to the good and the bad. It is just there. This Nirguna Brahma is Jnaya. That means it can be understood only by true knowledge. It is said to be Adhivarnashrami. That means beyond classification of any sort. Higher caste, lower caste, good, bad, men, women, objects, gases, nothing. Everything. It is beyond all these classifications. He, she, it, they, everything, they, them, everything is there. It is said to be Akarebhya Nishkrant. That means beyond any shape that you can think of. And then Brahma is something that you cannot get away from. You can't say I'm angry with the Brahma and I'm leaving Brahma and going away. Where will you go? It's not like leaving your home or being displeased with someone, changing your job. No, that's not possible. You can't get away from Brahma. And the reverse is true also. You can't ask Brahma to leave you due to social pressures, due to political pressures, due to other reasons. Even Ram had to leave Sita, his dearest one, but he couldn't leave Brahma. So, Brahma is something that you cannot leave. It has one more major characteristic. It is known as Satya Sankalpa. That means Brahma's thoughts turn to reality instantaneously, immediately. So, Brahma is the root cause behind everything that we know of. Brahma is beyond joy, beyond grief, beyond involvement, but still it is a part of everything. It is in everything. In fact, Brahma is everything. Truly, explaining Brahma is beyond normal capacity. It's like trying to say that you have a group of blind men in a dark room with only one door leading you out to Brahma. And that is what moksha really is. Salvation is achieving Brahma. But how can you get out? Random chance? Or some efforts? Or some special efforts? And obviously, the one getting out is not going to come back. And the Guru is the one who will tell you that there is a way out as he leaves. Finally, it is up to you. It is up to your efforts. It is up to your realization to get out and get Brahma Jnana, the knowledge of Brahma. So today, can we talk of the Brahma? Back to step one that I started with. Science says the Big Bang is from a cosmic egg, or correctly speaking, a mathematical singularity where all the mass, everything was concentrated and it suddenly came into existence. Now, think of this singularity as something with consciousness, awareness, and that is what Brahma truly is. From everything that we know of to every consciousness that we know of, it arises from this Brahma. It is the cause of everything. It is actively interfering with nothing. But in spite of this, it is everywhere. And truly, it does exist. Even if we have not seen the Big Bang, we know that without it, nothing can take place. The same thing here, too. The Brahma is there. This is the Nirgun Brahma, the ultimate form. The Upanishads go ahead and explain things and interrelations between many of them, not only with Brahma, Jeev, Atma, but many other things also. That interrelationship we will come to later on. For today, that's all that I have to say. Let me remind you to pass on this knowledge to your friends also. If they can join this, subscribe to this channel, then things would be helpful to them also. Leading them is our responsibility too. I'll come with some more concepts that we need to understand before we go into the interrelationships. That would be next Saturday. Till then, namaskar.